Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell.
If there's one brand that really pushes the boundaries when it comes to smartphone cooling, it has to be Red Magic. And I don't think many people would argue with that. The device I'm holding today is the newly launched Red Magic 11 Pro Plus Transparent Night Edition. A few days ago, I already showed you its design and explained how its unique night cooling system works. Now that the phone is officially out, we can finally dive into real-world performance and see how effective that cooling tech actually is. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from Maiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. Before jumping straight into benchmarks and gaming, I want to clear up a few questions that popped up in the comments on my last video. Even though the Red Magic 11 Pro Plus keeps that familiar boxy look this year, the in-hand feel has noticeably improved, and it all comes down to the mid-frame design. If you compare it closely with last year's Red Magic 10 Pro Plus, you'll spot softer curves along the edges of the frame, plus a smoother transition between the back glass and the mid-frame. It might seem like a small tweak, but it makes a big difference when holding the phone without a case. It actually reminds me of how this year's iPhones added subtle curves for better comfort. Another welcome upgrade is the shoulder buttons. They're much wider than before. On older models, you had to press in a very specific spot and your fingertips barely touched the frame, which could get tiring during long gaming sessions. This time around, the larger contact area gives you a steadier grip and helps reduce hand fatigue when you're playing for extended periods. The Red Magic 11 Pro Plus also brings IPX8 water resistance, which is honestly impressive when you consider it has physical air vents running through the body, along with a 3.5mm headphone jack. With previous Red Magic phones, I was always extra careful around water, worried about damaging internal components. Having proper waterproofing now definitely gives me much more peace of mind. The display has been upgraded too, now featuring the Wukong Screen 2.0 with BOE's new X10 under-display luminescent material. This results in improved colors and better power efficiency. You're getting a real resolution of 216/88 by 1216, a 144Hz refresh rate, 1600 nits global peak brightness, and up to 2000 nits locally. For eye comfort, it supports both 2592Hz ultra-high-frequency PWM dimming and DC dimming. Red Magic has also added a core wire touch chip for the first time, delivering a 3000Hz real-time touch sampling rate and 360Hz multi-finger sampling, which helps minimize touch dropouts during intense gameplay. With all that covered, let's move on to performance. The Red Magic 11 series runs on the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen5 mobile platform. No need to go deep into specs here, just know it's currently the most powerful Android chip available. Storage is equally top tier with LPDDR5T RAM paired with UFS 4.1 Pro, so you're getting flagship level hardware across the board. In standard benchmarks, the phone scored 4.16 million on the latest Antutu test, 3,581 points in Geekbench 6 single-core, and 11,547 in multi-core. All of these were recorded in a room at 26 degrees Celsius, and the results speak for themselves. For gaming, I focused on 3 MyHoYo titles: Genshin Impact, Star Railway, and Exorcist's Creed. In Genshin Impact at maximum settings and a resolution of 1920 by 869, the Red Magic 11 averaged 61 FPS with a 1% low of 56.5 FPS while drawing just 3.36 watts. On Star Railway's Golden Moment map at full graphics and 2688 by 121216 resolution, it delivered an average of 60.9 FPS with a 1% low of 52.8 FPS and total power consumption around 7.2 watts. In the Extreme Challenge map at the highest rendering resolution of 1860 by 842, average frame rate hit 61 FPS, 1% lows came in at 58.5, and power usage stayed close to 3.62 watts. Looking at these results, the Red Magic 11 Pro Plus handles today's most demanding mainstream games with ease while keeping power consumption nicely under control. Compared to another Snapdragon 8 Elite phone we tested, this one consistently used slightly less power across all games. So where does the water cooling come into play? In my opinion, its biggest advantage is preventing any single area of the phone from overheating by spreading heat more evenly. Earlier Red Magic devices already offered smooth gameplay, but their aggressive tuning often led to noticeably high surface temperatures. With the Red Magic 11 Pro Plus, the experience feels much more refined. Heat dissipation is excellent. Even at around 7 watts, the phone never felt uncomfortably warm. During Genshin Impact and Infinite Warfare, power stayed under 4 watts, and the body remained cool to the touch. In fact, the glass panel over the water-cooled section actually felt slightly cool. After running Genshin Impact for 20 minutes, thermal imaging showed that not only was the overall temperature lower, but the peak temperature was also about 2 to 3 degrees Celsius cooler than the Red Magic 10 Pro Plus. That clearly proves the combination of air cooling and water cooling delivers a real upgrade in heat management. Red Magic gaming phones come with their own dedicated Red Core esports chip, and this year it's been upgraded to the Red Core R4. This chip handles key tasks like touch response optimization, lighting effects, and rendering acceleration. With the help of the Red Core R4, the Red Magic 11 Pro Plus can run super frame rates and super resolution at the same time in many popular games. Let's take Genshin Impact as an example. After turning on the ultra close-up graphics mode, the rendering resolution jumps to 2880 by 13006, and you can immediately see sharper models and clearer environments. In this mode, during stress testing, the phone delivered an average frame rate of 120.8 FPS with a 1% low of 101 FPS, striking a great balance between visual quality and smooth gameplay. Even better, power consumption stayed at just 5 watts. Now compare that with last year's Red Magic 10 Pro Plus under the same conditions. It averaged 116.2 FPS in Genshin Impact at 120 FPS mode, had a 1% low of 57.7, and consumed 7.07 watts. So with the 11 Pro Plus, not only is the average frame rate higher, but the 1% low stability is massively improved and power usage is actually lower than before. In the past, whenever I played games at high frame rates and high resolutions, I always suggested using an external cooler to avoid throttling, frame drops, and overheating. But with the Maple dual cooling system on the Red Magic 11 Pro Plus, I honestly don't think an external cooler is necessary anymore. Gameplay stays stable, and the phone doesn't heat up. Of course, part of this also comes from the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen5 upgrade, which eases the load when running demand covered. Let's move on to the cameras. The Red Magic 11 Pro Plus packs a 50-megapixel 23mm main camera, a 14mm ultra-wide lens, and a 2-megapixel macro helper. On the back, you'll notice 5 circular elements. Besides the 3 cameras, the flash and cooling fan complete that 5-ring layout. One interesting detail is that the rear panel is a single, uninterrupted piece of glass with no cutouts. The cameras and flash are fully integrated into the design. Compared to the previous Red Magic 10 Pro Plus, which still had a small round opening for the flash, this generation feels much more seamless. As for image quality, I'd say it's solid and perfectly usable. Both the main camera and ultra-wide deliver good clarity. The front camera still produces slightly softer selfies, which seem to have changed much. We also took a closer look at the under-display front camera area under a microscope and found that the pixel density and layout match the surrounding screen. The only difference is that those pixels are a bit smaller and rounder, making the camera area hard to spot during normal use. The Red Magic 11 series continues to offer both Pro and Pro Plus versions. The Pro model skips liquid cooling and wireless charging, but makes up for it with a larger 8,000 mAh battery and 80-watt wired charging. The Pro Plus includes liquid cooling and wireless charging, comes with a 7,500 mAh battery, and supports 120 watts wired fast charging. In our charging tests, the Pro Plus hit 50% in just 15 minutes and reached 100% in 46 minutes. For a battery this large, that's genuinely fast and feels very realistic, not overhyped. Another important feature for gaming phones is separate charging. When you're plugged in while gaming, power goes directly to the motherboard instead of the battery. This reduces battery heat and avoids damage caused by charging and discharging at the same time. What's really impressive is that the Red Magic 11 Pro Plus also supports 80-watt wireless charging while keeping the same thickness as last year. Despite adding a water cooling module and wireless charging, it still manages to include a large battery, which really shows how advanced the internal engineering has become. Red Magic also launched an 80-watt Lux wireless charger alongside the phone. It features a carbon fiber charging surface that looks just as futuristic as the device itself. There's an active cooling fan built into the base, along with airflow channels that help cool the phone while charging. In real-world testing, wireless charging reached 50% in 22 minutes and fully charged in 54 minutes, only about 8 minutes slower than wired charging. That's faster than many wired chargers that claim high speeds, but don't truly deliver. It really seems like the dual cooling system working together between the charger and the phone plays a big role in achieving such strong wireless charging performance. So that's the Red Magic 11 Pro Plus. As the first phone in the industry to combine both water cooling and air cooling, Red Magic is clearly leading the way in thermal design and pushing cooling technology to new levels. On top of that, the upgraded chipset and battery further improve performance and endurance. Personally, I think the most practical upgrade this time is the IPX8 water resistance, since it makes daily use much less stressful. Wireless charging is also super convenient, especially in situations like driving when you just want to top up quickly. So for a gaming phone that delivers top-tier performance, powerful cooling, and a true full-screen experience, what do you think would be a fair price? That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.